Our cafeteria staff, thank you for cooking all the wonderful food. Awesome. We'd like to recognize our maintenance department. They're all sitting at different areas, but if you notice them, they have done the lighting in here. So thank you so much. They've been working so hard for us all year long. And I mean all year. So we appreciate the maintenance department and the cafeteria people. I would like to recognize Bryson, our media specialist. He's the only one in the media department, so thank you for working for us so hard. So parents can have access to our kids to do the live stream events. So he's also designed the Bisons. He designs everything for media. Thank you so much. You are appreciated, Bryson. We would like to recognize our coaches tonight for their time that they have given to our students. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you to our interpreters. They are always at every event interpreting for everything, for the players, for the coaches. Thank you so much. Now I would like to introduce you to Dr. Heather Lane. She is going to come and speak for us.
Hello, good evening everyone. I'm happy you're here this evening and I hope you've enjoyed the food. It's pretty good, isn't it? Good. So I'm excited for tonight for the athletic recognition for the sports and the events and for robotics and all the other activities that are involved. So many students have been involved. It's been really wonderful. Since January, I've been able to see who's been involved. I've been very impressed. I love sports. I was in athletics myself since I was 5. I played softball. Softball is my love, and it's my love. I love it, but I do love the different activities and the different sports that everyone's involved in, and I really love to keep the sports in mind. Mentally, it keeps you learning strategically, and everything you need to do, whether you win or lose, it doesn't matter. Everyone is still a winner. So it's important to keep that in mind from everything you learn with sports. It doesn't matter just how you play the game, that's the important part. So now we're gonna go ahead and start the program. I want to introduce Levi Mathis, and he's our athletic director of the program here. Thank you.
Well, I'm Levi Mathis at the Oklahoma School for the Deaf. I would like to welcome the families here. It's nice to see everyone tonight. I always love getting a chance to see everyone and y'all watching our kids receive their awards. The coaches have done an awesome job for the kids. I could not do my job without the coaches. So thank you so much for sharing your kids with me. I would like to introduce a few special people tonight. So real quick, Lowry, the Lowrys, Scott Lowry, Mr. and Mrs. Lowry. They do a special award for it's the Fighting Heart Award. It's for Dallas. They support our program here for many years, so thank you both so much, Mr. and Mrs. Lowry. I would like to ask Charlotte Becker to stand up and be recognized. She is our principal. She supports our program. She lets me leave work to go coach and to go back to the classroom, so she puts up with us so much, so thank you so much. And thank you for doing a great job covering my classes when I'm gone. I would like to recognize our Big Green Club. They sponsor athletics. They donate money. They do lots of work. Anything we need, they take care of. So they decorated tonight. They've done a wonderful job. Our president is Rose. Rose, stand up, please. Rose Crouch. She is a member. Also, we have Kara as a committee member. She's also our photographer, our technical guru for Big Green. And Robin, she does all photography. Last but not least is Candy, who could not be here tonight because she has some personal things going on. She is our vice president of Big Green. I would also like to recognize Sheila Willis, but she does everything. She is the machine behind it all. She does all the paperwork. She does such a wonderful job keeping us in line. Thank you so much, Sheila. She saves me and she sets me straight. Tonight, I'd like to honor our 99 alumni, former graduate, Jimmy Mitchell. Sorry, I spelled it wrong. Teaches ASL at OSU, sorry. He teaches ASL deaf culture, interpreting classes, and he's also a team coach for football. He used to work for DRS for several years. He was our VR counselor. He did special events related to the deaf. He's involved in transition of our students. Like when our students leave high school, they go to VR. VR helps out a lot. He leads in deaf culture with clients who are deaf. They do training with DRS employees. So he's also on TV for our governor. During the COVID situation, he was our CI. He graduated in '99. He got his degree in rehab counseling and got his graduate work at ECU. Jimmy he's worked for many years related to the deaf and hard of hearing. Probably about 15 years. And now he's helping with the national certifications. He helps the community a lot. He enjoys a variety of work. He loves doing things outside. He likes to go camping and hunting. Welcome, Jimmy Mitchell.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the banquet. Try to be patient with me. I was planning to grab one of these microphones and just take off up here, and they said, no. That is not gonna sound right. I'm gonna go ahead and let the interpreters be my voice tonight. So, you told me to tell you. Back up. I am trying to market the delicious food that we've got here at OSD. Anyway, I want to talk with you about athletics. How many seniors do we have here? I'm an alumni myself. How many seniors? Raise your hand if you're a senior. All right. Do you guys play sports? You guys are going to hear a lot of people talking about how proud of you they are, and you're going to look back and think about that time, right? But I want you to think about how this applies to you. What makes you a successful athlete? You guys can go ahead and take a seat now. I want to think about how you can apply your athletic experience to the rest of your life. I want you to really think about that. How does my experience here at OSD, and how am I going to take that and transfer it to the rest of my life in a job and so forth? Is that working? We got it. All right, there we go. So, how do you become a successful athlete? Well, I would say these three things. You've got to give your best effort. Does every person have a lot of skill when they start in a new sport? Some people have natural talent and they're just born with it. That's true. But some people don't. You know, some people come into the gym and they go in inter sports and they, hit three-pointers all the time and they run fast and they just seem to have a natural knack for it. But not all of us are born with that kind of skill, right? So I'm sure some of you were not, just like the rest of us. But even though you may not have amazing natural talent, you want to be involved and you love sports. Whether it be football, basketball, track, golf, this can apply to any kind of sport. It's important that you give your best effort no matter what. Sometimes you may feel discouraged and want to give up, but you need to give that 100% effort. You need to keep in mind, even when you're getting chewed out, to think, what is the reason behind that? Why are they telling me this? Okay? So is being lazy giving your best effort? Of course it's not. So you've got to give 100% during practice. Give your best effort. Try to make an improvement. Be respectful to your teammates and your coaches. In addition to effort, you also need to show determination. If you want something, to be determined, that means you're willing to work for it. You've got to look ahead and think about, okay, how many points do we have left to make this game? What do we need? Be determined. Don't let your head get in your way. Think about it, be strategic, figure out how you can be successful, how are you going to win that game, and do what you need to do. You've got to have that. And the most important thing that you can have to be a successful athlete is to have heart. If you don't show up to support your team no matter what, if you don't show up to support your community, if you don't show up and be there for your peers at work, people are going to notice that in your life. You've got to have passion in your heart and show that. If you've got passion in your heart, you can do anything you want. You'll be successful and be able to navigate life if you've got heart. So tonight, I'm going to give you a couple of examples of some stories of athletes. I'm not going to tell you the name right away. I want you to be thinking who you think I'm talking about. I'm going to tell you about the frustrations and the challenges that they went through and the trials, and I want you to think about how did they get better and what result did they end up with. Okay, next slide. Okay, so athlete number one. Okay, sophomore in high school. This person tried out for the basketball team. tried their best, did their best during tryouts, and in the end, he was cut. Player was cut, didn't make it. Of course, he was very upset. What do you think he did? Do you think he ran home crying about it into his bed? I mean, actually, he probably did that night. You know, I read in a book that he was very upset when he got cut from the team. Ran home, went into his room, hugged his mom, went to his bed, and cried into his pillow, okay? And that's fine to cry and be emotional when you're disappointed. Especially when you're a teenager, man. You know, a lot of you think, you know, I don't want anyone to see me cry, I've got to put on a tough front. It's really okay to be emotional and to show those emotions, okay? That's okay, learn from him. You guys, he did that. When he was cut from the team, he was very emotional, upset right there. But after a while, he went ahead and accepted a spot on the junior varsity team. He was determined. He practiced every single day, all the way through his entire sophomore year. Then guess what? He was able to start and earn about 40 points a game. When he did not quit. I know, I'm jumping ahead of myself here. Okay. He grew 4 inches in the summer between his sophomore and junior year. That's not something that you can, you know, magically make sure that happens for you, but, you know, heredity worked itself out, and he was able to actually have quite a growth spurt between his sophomore and junior year. He played hard. He gave the team everything that he had. He made good choices. He was making good choices on and off the court. He was trying to do everything right. And what happened? His junior year, he made the team for varsity. He was a starter. He ended up being an All-American. He won tons of awards. He was picked in the NBA draft in 1984. He was the 3rd pick. So he was considered the 3rd best player in the world. Right? Think about that. He played in the NBA for 15 years. Won 6 NBA championships. All 6 times, he was the MVP of that game. He averaged 28.2 points per game. I mean, that's impressive. 5 times, he won an MVP award of the entire league, mind you, okay? 5 times. He won All-Star MVP 3 times. Along with Defensive Player of the Year and many, many other awards. He was amazing. I couldn't possibly list them all, okay? It's quite an impressive list of awards that he won. So he had a frustration in his life. He had challenges. He was assaulted by his father. He had to fight his way back. He would try to retire, and he would end up feeling the tug of wanting to play again and go back. He finally ended up actually retiring. And now he owns an NBA team. He is considered to be the greatest of all time, the GOAT. Who do you think I'm talking about? The GOAT. if you can imagine, like looked over here at this free throw line, he could actually jump and hit the, like, slam dunk from the free throw line. I mean, he's got some natural talent, yes, I'm sure. The jumping part is probably natural talent, but his ability to slam dunk from there is something that he had to practice. That's obviously something that he spent a lot of time working on. Okay, athlete number 2. This will be an interesting one. Some of you may not have heard of him, but there's a very interesting story. He's a native Oklahoman. He's Native American. He experienced a lot of discrimination because of being Native American. He couldn't be involved. He was barred from being involved in a lot of things because of his race. He had a lot of natural athletic ability, okay? I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later. But he was born into a very poor family. His family life was quite a struggle, to say the least. He had a lot of problems with his family. He had a twin brother who died. His parents then passed away, his dad first, and then his mom. So he was orphaned before he was even a teenager. And he still found a way to become an athlete. He made it all the way to the Olympics. He qualified for the Olympic Games. And keep in mind though, he was very, very poor and didn't have a lot of support. He was discriminated against because of his race. And so he had to buy shoes with his own money. Okay, so and that was a big purchase for him to be, have those shoes so he could compete in the Olympic Games. Before the race started, someone stole his shoes. I mean, did you think he could run barefoot? He probably could have run barefoot and would have been willing to. But he decided, he found a trash can and went through it and found an old pair of shoes to wear. They were too big, and he found some that were the wrong size, but it didn't matter. He made it work. He went ahead and put the shoes on that he found in the trash can, stuffed it with socks and did the best he could to make it fit his foot, and he went ahead and used them. So when the gun went off and he took off, let me show you. Let me show you the next slide. Okay, go ahead, one more slide. That day, he won 2 gold medals. So think about that. So some of you who are, you guys are young. I mean, shoes are like a big thing for you, right? You've got the name brand shoes that you want, the Adidas, the whatever, okay? He worked hard. He had a frustrating situation and he figured out how to beat it. Who do you think I'm talking about? Jim Thorpe. Yeah. I mean, think about it. He did basketball, he's done, football. He could really do a multitude of sports. He was a multi-talented athlete. When I looked at, his accolades, it was quite extensive. I mean, I can't even imagine at that time how he could manage all of that. And he's an Oklahoma native and considered one of the best athletes of all time. This one is a little hard for me to talk about. So this student transferred from another deaf school. He's deaf. Had a personal relationship with him as a coach, as well as some of the other ones here. I'll be honest with you. First time, we coaches knew that we had our work cut out for us with him to help him become an athlete. I thought he was born with 2 left feet. I'm gonna be honest with you. He couldn't run very well. Didn't really know much about sports. He wanted to play though. He wanted to start. But even when he didn't start, he was willing to be supportive of his teammates. He had some issues, I'll be honest. He would become very emotional and he was trying to cope with teenage life and struggles that lots of teenagers deal with. Just like Michael Jordan did. He had a similar experience. He would get upset, become emotional, and we would talk with him about, what was his responsibility and what was the responsibility of the other team. Out on the football field now, I'm telling you, this guy, he had 2 different personalities. He wanted to play. And he could get mean out on that football field. He would show his grit and determination. I mean, he wanted that other team to suffer. That was kind of his mentality, right? He tried his hardest and he showed it out there. And then we'd come to school, if he'd come to a banquet and things like this, school events, I'm telling you, the sweetest, gentlest guy that you've ever seen. Like, just a complete 180 from the athlete that he was out on the field during competition. He never had a negative thing to say about his teammates. So after all of those struggles and the different things that he dealt with, he ended up getting to start. He had a starting spot because another student wasn't feeling very well that week. Okay, and I'm talking about football in particular. When he touched the field that first time in a starting role, we never took him out of it. He had something that others don't have, and that's the heart that I've been talking about. You don't see that very often. It's rare. You'll see some people that they show a little heart, yeah. But I'm telling you, he gave 100%. He would support his team no matter what, whether he was on the bench, on the field, it did not matter. He was an amazing young man. The Fighting Heart Award, he won. If he was here, he could have won it every single time, I'm telling you. That's the kind of person that he was. He would have been qualified to win it every single time. Yeah, and you guys know who I'm talking about. Dallas. It's Dallas, yes. He always practiced hard. He gave it his all. He gave it 100%. I mean, other coaches would tell me, because I might not be at every practice, they would say, man, you should have seen Dallas in practice. He was really giving us his best effort. He never gave up, never. I never saw him just go, you know what, I'm done, and walk off, not one time. He did have issues and struggles, just like any other teenager does. But he developed a trusting relationship with us coaches, and he would come to us for advice and in confidence to talk about things. We would talk to him and say, hey, what's going on? We'd give him some advice on the things that he was upset about. He'd get his feelings out. He'd vent to us and kind of explain what was going on. And we'd offer suggestions, and he would take them. Same thing, at school when there were issues. He had teachers and principals that he felt comfortable coming to, and that he would confide in, and that would help him through it. By his senior year, he had just improved so much. He sort of he was more stable and felt like he could handle more things in a better way. So the point of all of this is what? I'm going to kind of go back to my first slide there where I had those 3 points. Effort, heart, and determination. Those are the 3 things that made these athletes successful. Those are the things that are going to make you successful. If you have determination, heart, and you give your best effort, you can be successful as well. Thank you so much for having me today. Have a great night.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it, Jimmy Mitchell. Thank you. Let's give him a hand. Great job. All right, now I'd like the coaches to come up. All right, we've got a great team of coaches. This is a wonderful group to work with. They're a hard-working group that sacrifice and give hours upon hours to our school. We would like to start with the letter O awards. Our track kids. We'll start there. Omarian. Football and basketball. Kashara, volleyball, basketball, and robotics. Come on up. This is the first year that we've added this to the athletic program. We keep adding things, and the program's getting bigger and bigger. We're thrilled. Robotics and underwater robotics, Rove, and the drones. Thank you. It's a great department, a great addition to our campus. And next, Caden, football, basketball, track, and robotics. Craig for football, row, and robotics. And next is Peyton for basketball, row, and robotics. We're going to have a picture at the end, so we'll have everybody gather for a group picture. Next, senior Shannon Lewis for football, basketball, track, and robotics. And next, Ashley Miller, volleyball, basketball. And next, Araceli, volleyball, basketball, robotics. All right, Cheerleading, football, basketball, and track. Cheyenne Smith, volleyball, basketball. The last senior, Jace Sled, basketball and track and drone. Next we have Janice Palmer, volleyball. Next, Caden Gardia for volleyball, basketball, and drone. Next, McKenna Fleshman for volleyball, basketball, academic team, and signed ASL. Krishana Johnson, volleyball and basketball and cheer. Josh Kane for academic team and drone and robotics. I don't think he's here. Shakayla Simmons, volleyball, basketball, track, row, and drone, robotics, and the ASL, and cheer. Alexis Seal, football manager, drone. Kaylin Miller for basketball, track, and cheer. Riley Newell for football, basketball, and drum. Brianna Williams, basketball, track, and cheer. Next, Alex Layton for drone. Luis Lopez for football, basketball, and track. And cheer. Marcella Sankey, basketball. Labine Johnson, or excuse me, Labine Colton. Jarvin Renninger for football, basketball, row, and drum. football. Caleb for track. Next, Justin Kale for football, basketball, and track. Nathan Chansey, football, basketball, and track. Alex Benitez for football, track. Bodie Flannery for track. Got one more senior, correction, Clay Campbell, basketball. Amira Harris for track. Melissa Angel for Special Olympics. This is the first time we've had this set up for Special Olympics. It's been awesome. This is a great group. They've done a wonderful job this year. Let's give them a hand. Next, we have Arrington Lee for Special Olympics. Next, Frankie Lokijak, Special Olympics. Next, Elijah McKenna for Special Olympics. Jamire Baskerville for Special Olympics. Next, we have Skylar Hunter for Special Olympics. And last, Caleb Miran Lokijak. I want to thank you all, coaches. Thank you.
Okay, we are going to go ahead now and have Angie come up. And she's going to go ahead and do the RISE Team Awards for Special Olympics. We're going to move them up on the schedule a little bit. Please be patient with me. We'll make that adjustment and have Angie head up here.
Angie. Angie. Angie.
Angie.
She said, not me. Oh. That was next year.
It's fine.
I'm so sorry. Here I come.
Go ahead with the RISE Awards.
Yeah, we will. Sorry.
Sorry, I
Thought we
thought
were
we were doing that next year, and now you guys have bumped me up on the schedule. Got to get this bandage off my finger. Okay. I am Angie Shelby. I am the Special Olympics coach. I absolutely love coaching this group of kids. I'm happy to be back, able to do that again. We did cornhole, bocce, we did some basketball, we did bowling. I think that's it. We did like 5 different events. We planned on doing horseshoes, but the weather didn't work out, and so we had to cancel that. But we're going to, in January, do like a winter game type thing. We were able to compete there at Stillwater, and it was an absolutely wonderful experience. Next Thursday, we're going to go up and do another OSU Stillwater event competition. And that is going to have students from all over the state. I'm so thankful for this administration to allow us to go and attend that. Really excited about taking them up there for that next week. So, all right, here we go. Most Improved RISE athlete. Most improved female. I'm telling you what, this girl has worked so hard and given her best. And it is Melissa Angel for Most Improved Award. I really like this little plaque that we have. Nice. Love it.
The coaches haven't even seen it yet.
Congratulations. Oh, yes. We're gonna snap a picture real quick. Perfect. Oh, and also, another thing I wanted to mention, we've got two wonderful coaches that were not able to be here, Sally and Lacey. We're both not able to join tonight, but they helped so much. I want to make sure that you guys know it's not just me. We got the Most Improved Male Award now, Arrington. All right, let's get a picture. Look that way, there you go. Excellent, good job. Oh, be careful. Okay, so now the best performance. So this included the cornhole, the basketball, all those different events that we did. So top performance goes to Jameyer, basketball. Let's get a picture real quick. There we go. Okay, and last but not least, this guy, I'm telling you what, he is always excited, such a hard worker, just amazing all around. Our Athlete of the Year for Special Olympics Rise team is Elijah McKenna. Okay, thank you, Angie. I am really looking forward to expanding our RISE program. They've been a wonderful addition. I'm loving that they're getting to have an opportunity to compete in events as well. That's fantastic. All right, so we'll go ahead and move on to football. So we'll have the football coaches come on up here and take it.
All right, hello. I'm Jason Sled, and I'm the head football coach. This year, the football team has really developed better than last year, right, guys? 5-3. We were 5-3 wins, and then against Texas, we lost twice. So we were the champs of GPSD. We appreciate the game was a really hot game against New Mexico, and we took control of the game during the first half, and they came back at the second half. Right, there was just a few seconds left. We tied 45 seconds, and we were at 34 tied, and then they fumbled. And we saw that they fumbled, and the ref covered and took that. And anyway, the ref saved our necks. So if not, we would have not done well. But anyway, so in the last few seconds of that game, Rajan went up there and he looked for an opening. Took him quite a bit to find that opening to get that ball thrown. And once he did, he finally threw the ball and Nathan caught it, hit the defender, and we won 40 to 34. So, woo! Okay, so now. Okay, so now we're gonna do offense. And then Sean Thompson will do defense. Jimmy will do special teams. And our assistant coaches will help us through the rest of it. So we'll get going and make sure that this football team was very successful this year because of these coaches. So our most outstanding player for offensive player, he's young, 8th grade freshman. He's a lineman, pretty big guy. And he wants to play, and he wants to be a recognized player. He keeps breaking through the line. And so this is, we call him the Bison. And he's not even paying attention to me as I tell this. So you know who it is. You know the story. That's right. Come on up here.
All right, let's gather for a picture. Now the offense most improved. Really, the whole team deserved this one, but you had to pick one. So we talked among ourselves, and it was a tough decision. It was really close. But we made a decision, and based on the New Mexico game, Rajan throwing that last touchdown. And to who? Nathan. Come on up, Nathan. All right, this award goes to the most outstanding player defensively. He's a freshman, and he was pretty much raw. Didn't have a lot of vision on how he could develop, but he's been an amazing player this year. He broke a number of the school records, and well, I don't know what else I can say about this player. He has a great future. And he has heart. He has that heart we were talking about. Effort and determination. When on offense, he knew where to throw the ball. He knew where to change the play over to. He could read the play, and it's Rajan. As a coach, I was very, very impressed. I was on him a lot. Gosh, and, you know, he's probably, I got on to him, but he's probably the least amount of times of any player I've coached. He listens well. This player is the most improved. We weren't sure who to pick from last year to this year. We noticed a huge difference. He really progressed. The first 3 games he played, and then the last game he was second. Compared to all the games. And this goes to Riley. All right, I'm up. Special teams coach and the stars, offense and defense. Everybody looks and drools over the offense and defense. But really, the special teams, they're heartfelt. They work hard. And this year, there was one particular position that requires a lot of effort. And you have to practice before the next game. The player decided to walk off. I said, practice was over. I said, wait, we've got a game, a couple days. So we talked about who could fill this position. And immediately we decided on this player. Game day, I said, come here, guy. I'm asking a lot of you, putting my trust in you. And he set up a new play that week, and that position required a lot of work. So I explained it to him. Game day, we practiced up to game day. And I said, listen, he was all in. At the game, he did exactly what we needed. He played well. Couldn't ask any more of that person, and that's Nathan. Remember that sneak play? This is not the last. We've got several more to go, but this particular award was based on leadership. Somebody who would stay positive. That's the key to football and success. That builds championship team. So, we knew this particular player was capable to play both offense and defense. But he got hurt. And he encouraged the other players to step up. This was Omari. And now this is the last one. This trophy is a very valuable trophy. And Raja, would you come on up? He's a natural talent, no doubt. 153 sacks. He set records, 117, 119 tackles. He set a new record. I don't think anybody will ever break his record for the next 50 years. Unless he does it next year. So we wanted to make this award very special in honoring him. The school, for setting the school record, we wanted to give him a special award to show you that how much we appreciate you.
Me.
Close my eyes. $153.
Oh, thank you. Wow, thanks. Do I have a picture?
I wanted to tell you, he's just a pretty simple guy. You know, we had 3 games left. And he thought, he's not going to make it, he's not going to break the record. So I said, what do you want from me? Sonic drink, that's what I want. Ocean water, 44 ounce. I said, okay, you break the record. And he made tackle after tackle. He exceeded the record. So, that Route 44 was a rare record to break. All right, volleyball's next.
Hello, I am Amma Glasgow. I am one of the volleyball coaches.
And I'm Jolene. I'm the assistant coach.
We want to go ahead and start their volleyball awards with our outstanding leadership. Before we go on, I want to tell you a little bit about this girl. She has such a passion. She wants to be the best. She wants to be her best. She practices. She will push through the pain and keep going. Sometimes I've even had to tell her to slow down because she's just got that tenacity and that drive to be a champion. And she wants to win. She wants to
That's right.
serve. She, you know,
Yes.
she's, despite being a little short, she wants to jump the highest. She's got such spirit. She encourages her teammates. She's always got such a positive attitude. I mean, I really, she helps me in that way. She inspires the other girls. I cannot wait to see what next year holds. And we're talking about McKenna Fleshman for our Leadership Award in volleyball. Congratulations, I'm so proud of you. Okay, so for our next award, we're going to award the Most Improved Player. This was such a tough decision. We've got such great girls, and it was such a tough decision to decide. We went ahead and considered our experience with this player from last year and the improvement that we saw from last year to this year. Last year she was a little timid in terms of going after the ball, and I'm telling you what, in the game against Chickasha, she just shocked us. I mean, she did 2 spikes and I'm telling you what, and the other, we watched another game, and other coaches were looking at her and were joking about stealing her for their team. So really, big improvements from last year to this year. She's so much more confident, and really looking forward to seeing next year. I'm telling you what, she is going to hit that ball no matter what. Do you guys know who we're talking about? We're talking about Shakay Lessimans. Next year, I mean, even better, right? Yup. And our final award is our most outstanding player. Again, it was such a tough decision, but the reason that we picked this girl was because she's had so many injuries, she's had to go back and forth to the doctor, she's pushed through, she really wants the doctor to give her that release so she can get back out there. She just shows so much passion. I mean, if she misses the ball, she's down there diving for it. She does not want to see that ball touch the floor. She's just got such a great spirit. When she serves the ball, she's excellent. She's just got such fire. And I am going to miss her so very much because she's one of my seniors. And I'm talking about Araceli Murillo. You sure you don't want to stay one more year?
Right.
I do have one more thing I want to add here. When we went to Wisconsin, we were in a tournament there. There was Ohio, Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan. Who else was there? Yeah. Right, okay. And then us. Okay, so that was, I'm telling you what, these were long days at the tournament with multiple games each day. We played Michigan, and then we had another game against Illinois. We had a final game against Wisconsin. And I'm telling you what, she was the reason that we were 3-1. We were 4-0. And we ended up tied and playing in the championship of the tournament together. We didn't end up with that one, but she did such a great job. I mean, we played all day long for a couple of days there. I'm talking until 8 and 9 o'clock at night. And I also want to add that we've got a team of 5. Let's see, and we've got 2 seniors. 2 of those 5 are seniors. So, these girls are having to play. We put Amira in, and Janice Palmer. She was injured or needed to sub out, but we just don't have very many girls to sub in. And so, who saved us? I'm telling you, it was Amira. So I want to make sure she's recognized. Amira, go ahead and come up here. Yeah. Her strength and her area is the back. She likes that back spot, and she will dive for that ball. And I'm telling you what, I want to see even more of that next year from you, okay? Congratulations. Thank you. And now, academics, Miranda, if you want to come up and give your awards, you're next.
we were with Minnesota team. They had a good number of students. The girls, the first game, they were very motivated, they were ready, they'd been practicing, and I would tell them, we're fixing to have a game soon, so there's not much more practice we can do. So first game we lost, they were still positive. They had a good attitude. Second game, they lost. I said, it's okay, we still have the third game, and we won the third game. And it helped, we won the fourth game, then the fifth game comes along. This fifth game was for third or fourth place. So we were saying, you can do it. We were positive the other team beat us, but we still did a great job. McKenna wins the award. Make sure that you play next year. This is for academic team. Next is Naomi. This award goes to the most outstanding. When we had ASL championship, there was 3 different areas. One was hand shapes, poetry, and storytelling. Wow. I mean, these girls are so talented. I mean, we were just hoping, you know, one or two of our people would win. In one area was poetry. This girl, whew, I mean, last year she practiced and practiced and practiced. She's just a natural when it comes to poetry. The competition was tough, though. She won 2nd place. It was amazing. This goes to Shakayla Simmons for 2nd place in poetry. Shakayla Robinson. This just came in today. She's most outstanding in this area. So congratulations. This girl, wow. She is a natural at signing, telling stories. I'm so proud of her. She works hard. She's most improved in storytelling. Goes to McKenna Fleshman. Next up will be Alma for Oracle.
This year we had 2 groups, 2 competitors here, 2 competitions here. The first one was our oratorical team, and the students aren't here this year, or we didn't have those students here this year, and we didn't have a golf team this year, so next year we will. Chris and Jane will come up for cheerleading. Well, hello. Okay. There's lousy energy in this room. Get those hands up. Let's get the energy up. All right. Would you like to go? Okay, so this is for the Most Improved Award, and this young lady joined the cheer team. It was the first time this year. I think we've been practicing a few months before, and we coached that, and oh, she was shy, so we really had to pull her out of her shyness, and she kept saying that she wasn't able to do it, but I knew she could, and it was important to get her mindset to a positive mindset, so we kept encouraging her, and she would do all the stunts, and she really got involved, and she did a really good job, and she has lots of potential, and she's got to get that mindset to where she has a flexible mindset, and so she has improved so much this year, from the beginning, from when she just joined the team and to the end of the year. She's gotten involved, she's motivated, she's encouraging others, and I'm very impressed with her attitude in cheerleading. Do you have anything you want to add? No? Okay, so that would be Tashana Johnson. Come on up. Yay. I'm very proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself. All right, and our next most outstanding cheerleader, this young lady again. It's a young lady, and she's a champ. We talked, she's got a lot of personality, and we just love her, and she's motivated. But sometimes she has an attitude, but we had to, we learned to work together, and her attitude improved over time. And we just had NADCC, and she did an amazing job there. I was very impressed from the beginning of the year until the end. She's done an amazing job with her work and improved. Do you have anything to add, Jane? All right. So this young lady is Shakayla. See, she's got that attitude, her personality. She's already got it with me. Thank you. And next we have girls basketball. That would be Kim and Kara. Come on up.
Hello. My name is Kim, and we are here to give the awards for women's basketball.
Hello, I'm Kara Floyd. I'm the assistant coach for basketball.
She's been so much help, Kara. Thank you so much.
She helps me.
I'm going to be honest. Before this year started, I was so concerned. I was like, we've only maybe got 5 girls coming out for it. And so when the year started, we ended up having 13 try out and ended the year with 11. So thankfully, so many of them stayed with us throughout the year. Thank you, girls, for sticking it out with us. With 11 girls, it was a really hard decision to choose 2 awards.
I mean, for 2 and 3 weeks, we had to sit there and discuss it.
Yes, we talk about it, we think we made a decision, and then we change our mind. So we really did have a hard time and went back and forth a lot deciding these awards. So for most outstanding player, we really came down to the numbers. We looked at the stats from the year, and that award is going to Shakayla Simmons. She had 10 points per game, 10 rebounds a game in one of the games, so fantastic job. And she's a junior. The next award is for Most Improved. Again, such a tough decision, because we had 6 girls who were brand new to the basketball team, and so many of them made a huge improvement. So it was a really tough decision for us to come into agreement on. We had 2 that we really narrowed it down to, And Levi said we had to make a decision in order to do the awards, so we finally decided to put down this particular girl who at the beginning of the year, she was very nervous. She did not have much confidence in her ability. She wasn't sure she wanted to play, but she had a really positive attitude. She was a great friend to her teammates along the way.
Every time this girl did a free throw, she hit, and she helped the team.
Yes, she did. You're right about that. When we were, nearing the end of the year, I mean, she was getting rebounds, she was taking shots. We won it. Yes, award Krishana Johnson, Most Improved.
She was shocked.
Congratulations. And next up, Jason and Sean Thomas for boys basketball.
All right, first we'd like to share about our basketball season. He was my assistant coach, Sean Thomas. And this year we had a good team, but a better season this year than last. Well, with six wins and 10 losses. So we had cancellation after cancellation. And when we went to GPSD, we were seeded #1 and we were ready. Well, Dr. Lane's not so sure about
Dr. Lane
this.
said we couldn't go.
couldn't go. She didn't let, anyway. She said safety was a priority. Oh, I was not happy with that. I was down. Oh gosh, I thought the seniors, I felt so bad for them. But I don't blame Dr. Lane. She is a new superintendent, Hopefully that won't
I
happen.
have a team.
Again.
I got my team here. We got my team.
No, I'm
Here's the
just
team
teasing
station.
you. I'm giving you a hard time.
Okay.
No, we did have a good year, though. Yeah, it was just so hard not to go. Yeah, we were the football champs, and now we were going to be the GPSD basketball, but we
hear ya.
couldn't
I
go.
hear
Next
ya.
year we will.
So the award for the most outstanding player, this player would win anything serious or anything needed to be done. This player was willing to go in and take that position and change. It didn't matter if he was breaking records or not. It didn't matter if it was a freshman or not. He would post up and he accepted any position. He would give up anything and just do whatever was needed for the team, willing to see a need to go in and do what he needed to do. And so this player was the most outstanding player. This was Rajan.
The most improved. Wow. It just, it's amazing that between all the players we had, we've got some young players on the team. And we looked over to see who played last year, and we were talking about this particular player. The player grew up here. And they played in public school. And then this player transferred to OSD, and it was quite a bit the opportunity from a hearing school to a deaf school. And in the end, this player was really found his niche, And that's Chase. Would you come on up, Chase? And Dr. Lano, we love you, seriously. Anyway, track, would you come on up?
Jason, you're gonna be there tomorrow, right?
Hello, I am the girls track coach, and I have Jason's here as my illustrious assistant.
I enjoy seeing how it's done.
All right, so let's get to our girls track awards. We went to 4 track meets, 2 with the hearing school competitions. And we went to some really big meets. We went to one in Texas with a ton of competition, really cool. Deaf Olympics were there, trying to recruit. We want to try to keep going there. We want some bragging rights. It's really cool that the Deaf Olympians were there. That was a really cool perk of that track meet. It's nice that it was a national competition, but I'm telling you, it was really tough. There were Indiana, Fremont, some really big schools there. And then smaller schools like us as well. Really enjoyable. Then we went to another one, GPSD in Arkansas.
That was Arkansas.
I forget where everything is. Yes, Arkansas. So we went there, took 4 girls there.
Yep, we had 4.
And won 3rd place out of 7 schools. So that was fantastic.
That's awesome.
We had one girl that I'm telling you racked in the points, lots of 1st place finishes. And she's young. So yeah, she is. Got a lot of potential for, the next few years. So, she may be, a contender for Deaf Olympics.
I believe it.
Yeah. She does long distance running, 2-mile run. So I'm going to give the most improved to Amira. She really helped win that 3rd place by racking in those 1st place point finishes. Man, that really helped get our total up.
Yeah, she's in the 9th grade. So my hat's off to Amira.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Take a picture.
Okay, and for women's track most outstanding athlete, I'm telling you, this person is willing to do anything that I ask of her. Whether it's hard or not, she's willing to do that for me. A lot of people have that sort of laziness that we get close to the end of the school year, but not this girl. Most outstanding girls track athlete goes to Shakayla Simmons. She got 1st in the long jump, 1st in a relay, 800-meter relay. Excuse me, the 4x2, right? That's new to me. I just always called it 800-meter relay, but now they're calling it the 4x2. So congratulations.
This is mine. Yeah, I'm not giving it to you.
Picture. All right, now we're going to swap roles here.
All right. Boys track. We first started, the first day, it was just chaos. And I don't know how many boys. We had a small number show up, I think 3 boys. It was kind of surprising, but well, anyway, so we kept on and went week by week, and the team grew to 6. And that was a good number we could work with. We were supposed to go to Texas. And I think Jane went with us, yes. She covered for me for the weekend. And the Texas challenge was difficult with 6. GPSD was a good competition. The 8th grade are able to be involved at that time, so that brought in 10 players total. We were hoping for more, but we had 10. So we put that team together, went to GPSD, and had a good day. Well, it was rainy.
And it was cold.
But the boys, and the girls too, both did well. Nobody complained. We spent the whole day there, and we were kind of behind. Kansas was taking the lead. And on the last was the high jump. And the boys decided we were going to move up. But then we ran the 3,200, and we were tied. Then they announced second place. It was Kansas. Oh, we thought, oh no, I thought maybe we're the champs. Let's wait and see. And then they announced it. Yep, you were right. We were the champs. And that was, I guess it's been a number of years since we've had a championship team. But 2023, and now we're going to go 2024, and we're going to rack up those championships. So the most improved, I need to share with you. At GPSD, this track player was kind of new, didn't have a lot of experience. And they ran the 600 meter, 1600 meter. And you have to count the laps and keep up with it until I think they got, was it 4th place? Anyway, so we congratulated them as they crossed the finish line, and then they fell over. We had to give attention to that particular player. We weren't sure what was going on. And then Lewis was still running. Wait, what are you doing? We called Lewis the Forrest Gump, kept on running. Come on out. Most improved. Forrest Gump, run Forrest. Gosh, I think he would run for the next 4 years. But Lewis Gump, we're going to change his name. And now for the most outstanding athlete in track. He's an 8th grader, and we really appreciate him helping out our high school team. But the most outstanding, well, he was not only did he have great times, but the leadership qualities that he showed was outstanding. And he has a big heart. He's not negative, he's positive. We just noticed that he was always just being himself. He was always encouraging people. He was motivating people. And guess who it is? It's Shannon. You know I love you.
One more thing, I also want to thank our wonderful helpers, Jace. Jace, hello, you're not paying attention. Thank you so much for all your help. We really do appreciate you. He's been a wonderful manager for the track team. Next up, drones. So this year, well, I have such a wonderful group of students. We had robotics, we did drone, and then we did ROV, which is the underwater competition. So really, this was the first year for in-person robotics competition because we've had to deal with COVID for several years in a row, and it's been virtual. So this was our first opportunity to do this competition in person. It was a wonderful experience. We took 3 teams. 2 of them advanced to the final part of the competition. And all of them just did a wonderful job. This is not easy. You might think, oh, okay, that's just some old fun thing. Oh, no, no. You just don't understand. There is a lot of work involving the programming and the construction and planning and communicating. And I mean, there's just a lot involved in these 3 teams. So the first award is for the most improved student. I thought about how this person became involved last year. Really didn't care too much about it, just kind of gave it a little try. And I don't know what happened between last year and this year, but I'm telling you what, they came in this year ready to work, jumped right in, building things. I mean, I'm telling you, it was like night and day different. I was like, what are you doing? Tell me about what you're doing here. And I mean, they would just start explaining what their plan was. So it was awesome. Most improved goes to Shannon. Okay, now for robotics, MVP, most outstanding player in robotics. Again, this was really hard because the team works together a lot. It is really a team competition, and it involves programming and construction, who can do actually like the driving and operating of the robots. And Craig is going to be our most outstanding robotics player. Okay, stay. Might as well stay up here. All right, and also Shakayla, go ahead and come up too. So Craig and Shakayla were on a team together, and I'm telling you what, they would argue with each other. They had some pretty good discussions, but it was so successful. They would they'd get win after win after win. And when it came to the championship match, they were so very close. They ended up in 2nd place. But we wanted to present you with this award, one for each of you, for being the finalists in that competition. Congratulations. Okay, so now specifically talking about the drone competitors. This year we had 3 different groups, and I really honestly didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if we'd even win a match. I wasn't sure how we would compare with other schools and what their programs looked like, but wow. I'm telling you, we were getting several wins, and all 3 teams advanced to the semifinals. Okay, so Shakayla, come on up. Josh. Riley. Jace, Caden, and Ryjan. So all 6 of you, please come forward. You were semi-finalists in the drone competition? I've got one senior, so what that means is next year we're going to nationals, right? Okay, thank you. And now I have team awards for the drone competition. This person, the skills that they have operating the drone and flying it. I don't know if you've ever tried to fly a drone, but it's quite easily to crash into things. So this is quite impressive. The Drone Pilot Award goes to Alex. And it's not only about the piloting of the drone, the competition also includes the person that you don't see. So this is actually, their job is a very important part of the team, and they're the one communicating and leading the pilot to let them know where to fly. So the Drone Communication Award goes to Alexis. Congratulations. I'm not finished. Okay, so our third group was Rove this year, which is the underwater competition. We had 3 teams go to competition for that. And they all did fantastic. One student in particular joined at the last minute. I had to, convince them to please help us and be involved. We needed a replacement, and this person was willing to join our team. They seemed very motivated. So the newcomer award for Rove is Jarvin Renninger. Craig and Ryan, if you guys will go ahead. Oh, and Riley, go ahead and come on up. Oh, and Ryan, sorry. Craig and Ryan. This year was our second year to go to competition. And they weren't supposed to be on a team together, but about 2 weeks before the competition, we put them together, and that ended up being a very good decision. They won second place. On their mission. They won second place on their mission. And they won first place on another area where you've got to accomplish specific goals about moving things down into the water. And the water's not still. The water has a current to it. It's moving around. They've got to communicate with each other, and it's really not easy. So they won first and second, and then we were waiting for the top award. They announced second and first, we were waiting for the top award, and they won it, so congratulations. On Friday, we'll fly to the University of Maryland for a world competition, and they're going to be competing together against teams from other countries. It is a really big deal, and I'm really proud of them. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations again. And now I'm done.
All right. Would Sheila and Trudy come to the front, please? If you all are unaware, this year we had a competition locally, and we competed at nationals, and now we're competing internationally. This is awesome for our students and for our program, and we're just thrilled about that, and we're looking to see what the future will bring, so. The next awards that we have, we've got stacks of awards, and they are all American. So we're gonna do the All-American Volleyball. NDIAA is a sponsorship for all deaf schools in the United States. And our coaches nominated several students. And then there's a board that comes together and talks about these nominees. They look over all of the individuals and their statistics and everything that they have involved, GPA, just everything involved in each of these students' academic lives with athletics. And they decided to award All-American. We do have several of them this year, and we're very excited. The first for volleyball is for Araceli Murillo for a Division II volleyball. And an honorary mention, meaning that the third place for All-American. I'm not gonna read it anyway. Okay, so we have, for football players, we have a stack of them. So thank you, Jason. If you don't know, we have a lot of champs this year as well. So the first football player is second All-American. I suspect you know who it is by now, and I'm happy you're here. And we want to give it to Russell Buell. Our next second team All-American is for Ryjan. Riley. Noel. There are lots of students involved, but this is the top 12 students, so Riley did a really great job. Not only do we have 2 second team All-Americans, we have 2 first team All-Americans. And we typically we see that in NDIAA. Typically it happens to a variety of different schools, so we're really excited about having that this year. So the first All-American goes to Rajan. And our next first team All-American is going to be Kate. Okay, now we also have 2 big awards for the Football Player of the Year, or NDIAA, the Player of the Year, and the Coach of the Year as well. And that means we had to pick one, compared to all of the other schools, and we got both. The Player of the Year is Rajan. And the Coach of the Year is Jason Sled.
This really is an honor. You know, I also had the assistant coaches too, not just me, it was also my assistants. This goes to all of us. Now we have girls basketball. This student came up. She knows she's got this award. She said, I seen it and I heard you. So I'm going to go ahead and work hard. So I am so proud of her because she continued. She never got frustrated. She worked hard. She did a good job all year long. This award goes to honorable mention to Cheyenne Smith. Second team, All-American. Women's basketball, Michaela. Congratulations. If she continues to grow, maybe she could Banquet. Now for men's basketball, honorable mention goes to Riley. He's overcome a lot of frustrations with this year. He's had surgery, he's had therapy, he's got hurt several times. I am so proud of his effort. Honorable mention also goes to Jace Sled. Now, first team, All-American. We have honorable mention, now we have first team, All-American. Of course, Rajan. Now you might as well just come up here and stand for a minute. Don't leave, stay. This year we also have, I don't know if you're aware of the history, but we have a man who long time ago, many years ago, would do the awards for sports statistics. He kept record of everything. It was wonderful. I forgot his name. But basically, he broke a lot of records. Jason, help me out here. Who is he? Carl? No, not Carl. He took over. Barry, he's a wonderful man. He's passed away during COVID, but really, I don't know if he's involved with sports himself or if it grew. I mean, it really grew. We need someone to fill that spot. This year we have basketball took over, Carl, and he set it up. All-American team 4. We have NDIAA Deaf Digest now became this award. So you get a second team All-American for this also. Congratulations. Thank you. I'm going to let the women coach come on up and take over. All women coaches.
Okay, all right, so this next award is for the Girls Athlete of the Year. We all had a discussion and voted, and that's just exactly how we made this determination. We nominated those that we felt would qualify, and then had a discussion, discussed why each of them might be qualified for it, and then we voted.
We decided to set up, it's on their athletic flexibility,
Their leadership, character.
really their character and their leadership as a person. I mean, they played many sports and they always done well. So this is why we voted for this person. And it goes to the page. She fell out of her chair.
And now we'll have the male coaches award the male athlete of the year.
All right, the women's coaches, they outnumbered us, so we're a little bit smaller group, but anyway, you know, Kim, Mama, and all of you, Kara, we had the same experience. We based it on character, stats, leadership, and you know, as we talked about the pillars within HS, but everything, we looked at everything and talked among ourselves, and we got together and we talked about who this person might be and all the things that would lead up to that. So, and it's obvious that this is an outstanding person. The characteristics that I mentioned, all three have to be there to be a successful athlete. And it goes to, come on up, Ryjan. And it's signed too, look at there. How cool is that? Thank you all. Next award is the biggest award of the evening. It's awarded to Dallas, Fighting Heart Award. If you don't know who Dallas was, you'll see some of his characteristics in the presentation tonight that was shared. And he inspired us all. His fight never ends. He was a wonderful man. And I wish he could still be here with us. I'd like to ask the Lowrys if they would come forward, please. And would like to have them give this award. Okay. We got together as the coaches and we had a coaches meeting that where we discussed Scott and Sarah. We were thinking about them and we had a pretty lengthy discussion. This was a very tough decision. It's tough to give this award to, you know, there's money involved. And who deserves it the most? And it came down to a tough judgment decision. We evaluated which student would fit this characteristic of this class of a person to match up who that might be. We had a male and a female for Fighting Heart Award. And for the female, Fighting Heart Award goes to Araceli. And it comes with a $1,000 scholarship. And for the men's Fighting Heart Award goes to Shannon Lewis. You want that money that goes with it? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Did you want to talk about your foundation? Did you want to say anything? Okay.
I didn't plan on talking when I got up here today because this is all about you guys. But I just want to say how much this means to us. Every year getting to come back and seeing you guys exhibit the qualities that Dallas had. Getting the email from Levi is one of the greatest joys I get because he goes into great detail of how you guys are doing everything you can to be the best athletes and as well as be the best versions of yourselves. So to every athletic student here, thank you. I know many of you knew Dallas, and I know that if he saw you today, well, he does. When he's looking down and seeing you guys today, he's proud of you. And I know he was happy to be a part of this family that you guys are. The foundation, we've come a long way in the last couple of years. We have the scholarship going. We've given out probably about $6,000 this year to different organizations around Broken Arrow, veterans organizations, and things like that. So it's because of you guys that we're able to do this, and we're so grateful that Dallas called this home, and that you guys were his family just as much as we were. So thank you.
Thank you. Right, we're going to turn it over to Big Green. The one who keeps us straight and the straight and narrow, keeps us lined up. Thank you.
Okay, we tend to vote, the staff will vote on who is the best, not the best athlete, but a person who's good in character, who's good in school, not only as an athlete, but an overall good person. And the girl that was voted for was Peyton. Where is she? Oh, there she
Got
is.
a bag with your name on it.
And our boy is Ryjan. Riley. Sorry, Riley. Okay, we also have a coach of the year, but she is not here, and that is Kelsey. And the kids all signed this. We want the kids to go ahead and sign this before they leave.
Hello, my name is Omarion Crawford, and this is the end of it, and this is going to be our prayer for this. May the grace of the Lord of Jesus Christ and the love and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us all and now and evermore.